Hello. Hello. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. New a channel. And there we go. Hey. All right. Oh, I'm going to turn this off. There we go. All right, let's get Twitch going here. Full stream screen. And, okay, that's connected. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Twitch, are we having issues? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Okay, let's see. Oh boy, why is this? Okay, hold on, guys. Yes. Twitch, what is going on here? Twitch is acting up. Twitch is acting very funny. No, do not connect. Okay. All right, we should be going. All right, guys, we're gonna keep on keeping on with this. I'm so close. Well, I hope you guys got to see. Oh man. Okay, hold on a second. I feel like I don't know if I'll be able to do the Twitch thing tonight because my connecting to my iPad is not working. It's going schizo. And, oh yeah, Twitch. I don't know. Maybe we have to do it like this. Dueling. Will it be able to flip and do it this way? Have dueling screens. There we go. There we go. Dueling. Hold on, guys. Dueling screens. Let's see. That was going right. Well, at least we got that one going. Okay. Dueling screens. And hold on. As I was saying, I hope you guys got to see the 30 seconds to masterpiece announcement. And then we need to soften this. Hello, Genesis Brizuela. Is that how you say it? Thank you for joining us today. Hope you're doing well, having a lovely day. I'm just doing some digital illustrations. So, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Genesis. Or should I say Brizuela? Brizuela. Alright, so we'll just tack this down to that. So now that's a part of this line. Okay. I don't think I need to do any more. Actually, okay, there is some stuff that's going on here. Do I do another layer? So there's some white here. And I can't remember what brush I used, but it looks like this one. Hold on. But a little bigger. Nope. Because it seems softer. Yeah, maybe it was our, where is it? Soft chalk. Yeah, I think it was the soft chalk. Hold on. Let me make it smaller. Just to kind of, whoops, okay, yes. That means, where's Bo? Gonna do the second layer. The second layer. Yes, okay. Well, not sure. Whoa. Hold on, guys. I need to erase some of this. Not sure how long I'll be going tonight. Assuming probably around 9, so in about 45 minutes. I might have to wrap it up to go work on dinner, unless we eat later, for the wife and I. Okay. We have chinny chin. Some of this there. This needs to get backed off on. Okay, and then also this. Whoops. Hold on, guys. That brush was way too big. There we go. We can keep it like this, and then keep this. There we go. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, I was on the wrong layer. It's supposed to be this layer. There we go. This layer. And then this layer goes like that. Okay. feel well. Yeah. Oops, that's way too small. I need to soften this up a little bit. Soften these up. Soften these up. Where is this bit coming from? Where? Nope, not there. Not that. Oh, okay, it is this. Alright, I think we found it. We found it real easily. Okay. Okay, and then soften up these dark areas. Oh boy. It's been a long day. I did sleep in this morning. Okay. And back to the white. Okay. This, yes. How about this? Yes. Over here. I should throw in some orange or something yellow, because that would be reflecting off of the campfire. This a little bit. Okay. So let's see. Excuse me, guys. Just want to make sure. What are we doing over here? Oh, okay. Our eyes. Hold on, guys. Bo's eyes need a little something. Okay, Bo, where are your eyes? Hello, Ralphie. Congratulations again, Boss Omizu. That was indeed a masterpiece of 30 seconds. Thank you very much, Ralphie. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys also being there for the support. I think that's how I won. It's because all you guys came out, liked, and commented on the video. I do truly appreciate you guys. You went to go buy some new art materials. Oh, nice. What did you end up getting, Ralphie? Okay, oh yeah, Bo's eyes. We need to find Bo's eyes. And add some colors to it. So we have that brown. Hold on a second. We need the lightest. Okay. And then we will soft brush. Oh, well, that's fine. I feel like maybe there was even a lighter, or no, that was pretty much it. So we will bring that down onto that layer. But I feel like we can go even lighter. How about something with yellow in it? There we go. Soft brush. Bring it down to 6. There we go. That means it's even lighter. There. Okay, that works. And got. Okay, hold on. Let me back out of that so it saves. And the tent. I'm so tired. I think those type of things take a lot of energy out of me, and I'm not even doing nothing. I'm just sitting there. Sometimes I'm listening very intently to what the speakers are saying, and then I see myself on the replay, and I'm like, just sitting there like a statue, like no emotion. If I didn't have to see myself, I'd be a lot better, because then I wouldn't care. Yes, so there is this. There is that, which we're going to add that to this. Okay, it should go on top though. There. Actually, should we also make it soft? Oops, that's too big. too big. Okay, we got our chalk here. Something like that. Doesn't look too bad. And then, okay, and then we got our tent. Let's turn our tent back on. Wait, that tent goes back. I'm still not sure. Okay, hold on, guys. I don't want this tent. I feel like the tent needs to go out a little bit. Something like that. Something like that. New oil pastels for you. Okay, nice. What brand did you go with? I've been watching some YouTube videos on people trying out different brands. I've given my other set to an old friend. He's about to join a contest. Okay. Oh, so that should be cool. Doing some competitions, huh? I think this is right. Like making this stand out a little bit, but I feel like I need some grass on top. There we go. I'm not hating on my tent now. Not as much as before, but let's put some grass in front of it. Let's go with this color first. Did I get the right color? And so what's the contest? Is it like a portrait contest, landscape or scenery? Something. I really want to try oil pastels some more again. It's been a long time since I've really used oil pastels, and I remember always having fun with them. Okay, grunge. Oh, that's way too small of a brush. That's still way too small. What size was I using? Something like this. Yep, Rocky and Bows. The cover for the book is almost done. So hopefully That means I'll be getting back on some painting. So it is what, the 15th now? I do have the next, okay, this was my first day of my 3-day weekend. And if I can finish this tonight, whether online or offline, I'll be pretty happy. Because then I can focus on doing some stuff. For the next 2 days. Alright, so we need another layer. Where is this? Another layer on top, right? And it's going to be this green. Uh-oh, something happened. We're not drawing anymore. What happened? Oh, it went to small size. Why did it change? 16? 18? 16 was the... and then we'll have to bring the light color too up in here. Okay, and then the next layer is going to be this white layer, or really light green. Come on. Hey, oh, hold on. There we go. Really faint, not a whole lot. Whoops. Come on. It's not a whole lot. Just enough. Just some hints. Just a few hints. Doesn't need to be crazy or overpowering. Thanks, guys, for the... I thought I saw some emotives. Okay. Nobody's spamming my Twitch. Now I'm complaining that nobody's spamming my Twitch. Like, come on, somebody. At least the spam. At least somebody was spamming. Even though it was a bot, taking their time to do something with my Twitch channel over there. Okay. And let's do this. Okay. Where are racking bows? What's this? Oh, here they go. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oops, not that layer. And the bottom, I don't want to forget anything down here. And, hold on, guys. Somewhere we're seeing, okay, it's in here. Is it this one? Is it this? Is it this? Is it the hot dog? Is it that? It is that. Why is... Okay, there we go. Okay, guys. Wait. Oh, it wasn't. It's true. What? How did that... Okay. That was weird. That was weird. Okay. Hey, Pre, how's it going? Welcome back. Thank you for joining the chat. Hope you're doing well this evening. Yes, we need to go back to this guy. Come on, open up. And then do something along here. Oops. Just relaxing. That's good. Did it warm up anywhere you're at? Okay. Nah, it's getting colder tonight. It was, yeah, at least it was in the 40s. I don't know if we got, I think it was at least mid 30s here. I don't know if we hit 40 at all. Probably tomorrow. But I guess for you guys, it's not something that's not very common. Yeah, it could be a little off-putting. That's like a blizzard for Floridians. That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, at least what was it? Your guys' pipes didn't freeze. What was it in Texas? I don't know. Was it like Houston or something? Somewhere where they got like And Houston would seem like it. I don't think it would get that cold somewhere, though, where they had those issues where people's pipes were bursting and all that stuff. Yep, getting getting cold weather. Have you guys ever gotten snow down there? At least northern in the northern panhandle. Hey, what's going on, passerby? Thank you for joining. That happened a lot when I lived in Georgia, though. Oh, okay, yeah. I figure a little farther north, but still being in the south, it's hard to say where that cold's gonna come down from the north. We get some flurries, but no real snow. Okay, you might see some flakes. It's just cold enough up in the sky, and then when it comes down, it just melts. That's still pretty cool, though. May not have snow, but the Christmas feels is always being felt. I always wondered about that because yeah, you guys are kind of in the tropical belt. Like what? I guess if you grew up and that's the Christmas kind of it's not like you're missing snow like when people say a white Christmas. I mean, Santa Claus isn't going to be dressed up in his winter gear when he's in the tropics, right? He's wearing a Aloha shirt enough to enjoy it, yeah. Oh, you lived in Oregon for 3 years though? Yeah, I guess it's more north, but you're still like, well, it depends on where you are in Oregon. Like if you're on the coast, well, maybe you would still get snow. I'm not sure. I've been, so my aunt lived and her husband lived in Seattle, Washington. So I've gone and visited them way back when there. And one time we made a road trip down. They were looking to see about maybe buying a home in Tahoe, Lake Tahoe. So we drove down the coast there. We stopped in Portland and another place, Springfield. It's like, does every state have a Springfield? Just for like gas or something. Yeah, we did stop in Portland though. It's a nice little city. It reminded me of Minneapolis, where I grew up, and I could see why a lot of people from Minneapolis would move out to Oregon or Portland. But I hear they have they have issues with drugs out there. Yeah, because Minneapolis is kind of like that, but Minneapolis is like a mix. You got all different types. It's not just hippity dippity do. But yeah, there's a lot of hippies in Minneapolis too. Okay, I think we got some reflections going on our sticks from the campfire. Man, it's almost like I want to start adding color, like color from the fire into these two guys' fur. But man, I'm already done enough. I probably didn't even need to go this far with the drawing. Okay, let's turn off this. Where is it? Let's get out of here. This needs to get turned off. Okay. I mean, I feel like they'd be happy with that. I'm just Just not digging this black dark band right in the center. But when you put, let's see here, where is it? When you put the title in there, kind of takes away a little bit. I mean, geez, that's a pretty good cover, I want to say. The fraud y'all had in your state is crazy. Eight Billy in Minnesota. I guess I haven't heard about that. Was that just recently? I'll have to look into that. Inland southern part, we got a blizzard once and got snowed in. It was in a valley. Ah. The Philippines is a tropical country indeed, but our Christmas celebrations are always white. Do you guys like? Do you guys have fake snow? You get like the ice maker and start blowing it. Yeah, tax money taken from the people. Really, 8 billion? That's quite a bit. I'm sure there's a lot of pissed off people. Let me check this. I'm curious now. Uh, it says by the number of Minnesota fraud cases, Minnesota Somali Fund, Feds probe possible jihadist link. That was 10 hours ago. Why didn't Minnesota lawmakers catch Somali fraud? Is that what you're talking about? How fraud swamped Minnesota's social services system. Yeah, Minnesotans, at least in Minneapolis, they got the bleeding heart liberals. But, so is the state going bankrupt? Man, nobody's, come on. Oh, I hate the New York Times. Anytime you try to read a freaking article, you get blocked by their paywall. Architect of massive 420 million bank fraud scheme 4 days ago. That might be something different. Oh, Matthew Thomas Onofrio, 34 years old of Plymouth, Minnesota, has been sentenced to 36 months in federal prison for bank fraud, announced U.S. Attorney Daniel N. Rosen. Over the course of 2 years, Onofrio devised and carried out a 420 million bank fraud scheme. One dude, one effing dude. A young nurse, Matthew Onofrio, a young nurse anesthetist and real estate investor, devised and carried out a massive bank fraud scheme. Oh, thank you, Kate. Yeah, 420 mil. That's probably nothing compared to some people, though. 420 million over 2 years. Some people make that in a moment. Says devised and carried out a massive bank fraud scheme. To carry out his fraud scheme, Onofrio created a real estate investment program whereby Onofrio would enter into purchase agreements for commercial properties and then sign them to novice investors at highly inflated prices. Onofrio then coached his investors to lie to banks to obtain loans. they could not afford based on false information. Onofrio promoted his own financial success in real estate investment strategies in online professional networking groups and on popular podcasts geared towards aspiring real estate investors called Bigger Pockets. Onofrio leveraged those platforms to create a reputation as something of a real estate savant, which attracted more investors. Man, he has put himself on blast. Of course, they're going to start taking a look at you. You kind of dumb, man. Like, you think you were going to get away with that forever? He lived, between 2020 and 2022, he lived a good 3 years. Now he's got his federally paid vacation, 36 months. Let's see, he'll do about 2/3 of that time with good behavior. And who knows, some halfway house time. Yeah, imagine throughout the entire nation, but we have a $37 trillion debt, man. Yeah, if he's just one man. If people all around the country are doing stuff like that, and then you got bigger people doing stuff like that, like taxpayer funded vacation. I had one of those. I had one of those. Except I didn't defraud anybody. Except maybe myself. Onofrio's investors did not have that kind of money. Typically 30% of the purchase price. Whoa. That was necessary to purchase the multi-million-dollar properties that Onofrio offered. To solve this problem, Onofrio counseled his investors defraud the banks. Yeah, that's... I wonder if those people get prosecuted too. Onofrio helped investors prepare fraudulent personal finance statements, falsely indicating... Oh, man, he got people to do this. That's usually how it goes down. It's crazy. People, like, they think they got... They think they've got an in to making the money quickly, not realizing you just setting yourself up for a big fall. It says over the course of approximately 2 years, Onofrio completed 68 deals. 68 deals. This guy was hardworking. I mean, he may be trying to screw people out of money, but man, he was working hard with 68 deals involving $420 million in fraudulently obtained bank loans. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. They're serving a few when you get caught up. That all that gets shuffled to higher ups. Yep. I mean, if he was the mastermind, unless he had a team, unless he created a team to help him do that. Man, just imagine having to pay that back. 420 million in restitution. U.S. District Judge Susan Richard Nelson sentenced Onofrio to 36 months in prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release, and ordered him to pay only $5 million in restitution. In handing down her sentence, Judge Nelson identified Onofrio as the ringleader and architect of a vast bank fraud. Judge Nelson explained that she wanted to send a message to other would-be fraudsters that there is no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme, at least not a legal one. This case is the result of an investigation conducted by the FBI, the IRS, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation Office of Inspector General. Huh, I wonder where he'll be serving his time. You missed HUD's live stream channels yesterday? Yeah, well, did I? Yes, I think I did. I think I was doing something and he went live. And I didn't realize that. Taxpayer funded vacation. That's why they need to get rid of prisons. No, just kidding. So the taxpayers don't have to pay for it. Well, that's interesting. Okay, that was on the DOJ's website. Oh, in like their press release. Okay. Interesting. You can even share it. I'm sure it got shared plenty. Okay, go back. Is this part of it too? Minneapolis woman pleads guilty to $250 million feeding our future fraud scheme. Oh, this was in February of 2025. Yep. Okay. They're like, oh, he went from Googling chitty chitty bang bang to fraud in Minnesota. What else is he doing in his search in history? What do you call an elf who sings? A rapper. I'm sure it's connected. Oh, yeah. I got this new book called The Book of Symbols. It's really interesting. Huh. The Book of Symbols. Is it the Big Book of Symbols? Is it the one? Ooh, let's see. Does it have a hand on it on the cover? The Book of Symbols, Reflections on Archetypal. Why was the snowman looking through the carrots? He was picking his nose. Reflections on Archetypal Images, the Archive for Research in Archetypal Symbolism. Oh, Taschen. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I saw some other ones. Not bad. Let's see, $40, or is that $40 new or used? I remember seeing books like that way back in the day at like Barnes and Nobles. But this is Taschen. They always do some pretty good books, I have to say. I have a few of their books. Brand new. It breaks down all the symbols used throughout time. Ooh, I love me a good book on signs and symbols. Excuse me. Oh, it even has, okay, it says 350 essays again, examining given symbols, psychic background, and how it evokes psychic processes and dynamics, etymological roots, the play of opposites, paradox, and shadow, the ways in which diverse cultures have engaged a symbolic image. All these factors are taken into consideration. Okay. Man, that would have been, if I were like back in my 20s, I'd have been all over that book. I mean, like, okay, how do I get $40 so I can get this book? can I can I can I go without eating for a while? I'll get this book. Like how and why they use certain symbols in art. That's pretty cool. What do you call a snowman? A puddle? What do you call an old snowman? A puddle. Kate, you come in with all the jokes today. Yeah, now I don't even I don't even know where to put my books. I have a bunch of books in storage at my mother-in-law's place. Like a bunch of art books, kind of relating to books like this. Man, I kind of miss my library, but we don't have a lot of space here at our house. I have to go through everything and reorganize and dump a bunch of stuff. But I do have my tiny, tiny library that should be in a proper bookshelf, but it's on a metal, like those metal racks you see in kitchens that, that hold pots and pans and stuff. It's on something like that with all my other stuff, my anime books, my art books, my art materials. Jeez, I got way too much stuff. Yeah, the symbols are written into our conscious or subconscious. That's why the stuff like that. That's why I really like Jean-Michel Basquiat's artwork, because he used a lot of signs and symbols besides text and imagery from all kinds of different sources. Kate is sending out the message. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell from Mizu, Huz, Dave, Kate, Mel, Michael, Ralphie, and Dondrell. Don't forget Pre. Who else have we got? We can have a whole. You can have a whole list. You cut and paste, Kate. I used to, because of Basquiat's work, I used to kind of throw some stuff into mine. I don't try to get too into my paintings and stuff, but I don't try to. I don't know. It's hard to get. It's hard to get away from doing stuff like that. Especially you start reading about a particular sign or symbol, you're like, oh man, that'd be cool to incorporate in the art. Let's see. I feel like, wait, where's our background? We got our tree line. And where's our other tree line? Here's our other tree line. Okay, that was the shadow from that. Got that. Alright, what's this? This This should all go on the water too. So let's move all these down. Try to keep stuff organized. What's this? Trees? What is this? Is this just a rogue layer that doesn't have anything on it? Oh, that's the one I just made. Duh. Okay. All right, let's see. You said I'm intentional with my illustrations. I'm into meaning. Okay. Yeah, I've noticed that with your work. I finished that Marv the Martian Christmas one. Yeah, I saw that on your page. I thought that was pretty cool. Is there a reason you use Marvin the Martian? I'll do that too. I'll use, let's see. My library. So I have a triptych I started. Where is it? Which I need to finish. Where'd it go? I need to go through all my photos and get rid of these thumbnails, these YouTube thumbnail photos. They're just taking up too much space. My flowers. Where? He's representing, let's see. He's representing a Moorish legacy secretly. In your opinion, he has the colors. He's black. Oh, okay. Interesting. I like that take. Like, instead of using... I feel like I kind of do that too. Instead of using him as himself, you kind of reassign meaning to a particular character based on, you know, I don't know if you would say visual cues or properties. Where's my... Here it is. This is not a very good photo. Where is it? I don't know if I have all three of these together. This is the third panel. Won't let me zoom out of it. This is the third panel. This has some anime characters in it, which was done on a piece of vinyl. But I thought I was going to stretch it over the whole thing, but I didn't want it covering up my background, which, you know, I kind of used the checker board thing. I've been using it a little bit, but it's also kind of a sign for like grids, or maybe even just a 2-point Euclidean graph. I also like to put in, like, these were from batteries, the plus and minus, positive and negative. Stickers, I get these stickers or labels. These ones are usually off of packaging, but then I also use these. I pulled this out of Stephen Hawking's um, A Brief History of Time, representing a spin of a proton or neutron or whatever the smaller particles are now. I have a few of those. I borrowed those. I like the arrows. I like using arrows. It's kind of like a throwback to graffiti too. But these arrows tell a particular direction or spin. I like the 99-cent thing. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Warhol. So these little all these little nods to other artists, pop artists and stuff. People's dislike of anime. But I did this on, it's hard to tell because I have this straight on, but this was done on vinyl. It's all painted on vinyl. And then I thought I was going to stretch the whole thing so it was all nice. And then I thought, like, I just had these images of when you're a kid and you'd find these old deflated, like, beach balls. Because they used to, back in the 80s, like, probably even 70s, they had those blow-up things, those plastic blow-up things, balls and pool things. And I was like, you'd find that stuff just lying in gutters or on beaches and stuff. And I'm like, let me try mashing one of these up and attaching it to the surface. So the panel here is flat and it's got all kinds of stuff on it, different types of paint. But I did, hold on, like spray paint, house paint, enamels. I wish I had all three of them together. It's not quite done. I know I got a better photo of it. Or at least all three of them together somewhere. It's my Prince pop. Prince push-up pop. Geez, where would I have it? See, I have a lot of reference photos too. Here's my painting of Trump as Fred Flintstone. That's also mixed media. Back when this was his first term, and he was bitching about Obama. So he's like waving his arms. So I had grabbed all these reference photos from people from like his family and people from his first term to use in art. I did these, like, I don't know where they went. Yeah, all these things I wanted to like use these characters in paintings, which I haven't gotten around to. Where the frick? So basically I don't have all three I don't have all three panels together besides that one photo. Oh my. This one has a lot of stuff in it too. This one's called The Fool. It was kind of loosely based on the the tarot card, the Fool. But kind of it was acting as a springboard for the piece, but not really trying to do a tarot card. But you can see it uses all kinds of different elements, characters. But yeah, this is all I did. I got like silk screen in here. I got spray paint. I got acrylic paint. I got house paint. I got enamel paints. But it started off as an acrylic painting with the thumbs up. So behind here, there's like the thumbs up. I think I grabbed that from maybe Facebook. And that was the starting image for the Fool. I got Scrappy Doo. Oh man, what's his name from? Oh God, I can't remember the two. Oh man, what was his name? Obviously you got Scrappy and Underdog, and God, what was his name? No, I can't even remember. But they're kind of stand-ins for the three Graces. Instead of the Graces, it's the three dogs. Oh yeah, I love. See, I kind of did it a little bit like Basquiat, where I did these screens. So I borrowed Wile E. Coyote, but I also grabbed these symbols that you'll see on different packaging. This one's for a particular company that makes boxes and stuff or paper products. I got words in there that interested me, so I kind of did, but I'm not doing the thing where I don't really cross out words. Just words or sentences that grabbed my attention. This one had this character from God, what's the cartoon? Astro Boy, the original graphic novel, and then I threw in all kinds of different things, symbols and stuff around. You can see I got scratched in hearts. This is from a Japanese language book. These pictographs, images. This is kind of like a I don't know what it is. I know Basquiat has done airplanes in some of his pieces, but I think all kids, or most kids, when they're drawing airplanes, kind of draw something very similar. That kind of interested me because I have some drawings way back when I was a kid of airplanes that looked just like stuff I saw in his artwork. I got the big boy serving up which one was this? Fat Man? It was like Fat Man or Little Boy, I can't remember. One of the two atomic bombs they dropped on Japan. Yep, and I pulled that. I can't remember. I pulled that out of something. And then I even did a screen print to overlay this. And it had like this list. And I added that. So the line on this is the screen print, the blue. And everything else was hand painted in. So I really liked how that turned out. I put bricks. I put shit on the bricks. Words on the bricks. Like, here you go, bigotry, what, racism, xenophobia. What else? Yep. So underdogs busting through that wall. Yeah, more symbols from that Japanese learning Japanese book. Yep. I love the little anything I find, and I can like incorporate it into the artwork somehow. You got Richie Rich holding the honey pot. Yeah, one of the bricks is in the honey pot. But then you got Winnie the Pooh. He was on a chair in an illustration, and he's reaching up on a shelf. And then so I was like, ooh, I'm going to use Winnie the Pooh on a chair, trying to get the honey pot from Richie Rich. This, because they're standing on two pieces of land, and it kind of reminded me of, was it Odysseus in his journey, sailing, and he had to, I can't remember that part of the story. But yeah, there's a lot encoded into this. This is almost like programming to me, like computer users code. I got this sign was off of some, not Hanna-Barbera, but like Warner Brothers stuff. Just things I pulled out. It was probably from some Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote cartoon. This pattern is like a Japanese pattern for water. I borrowed that. There's drips. Oh, this one says notifications. Is that what it is? Is that a C? Not if something. Oh yeah, it should say notifications, because in the heart it says turn on notifications. Yeah, this is probably 5 foot by 7 feet. All painted. All hand painted, screen printed. I like this little flower I put in his hand. It's very expressionistic. Just the flower itself. It kind of a nod to Cy Twombly, but not really Cy Twombly. Yeah, there's all kinds of like nods to various artists and stuff in this piece. Yeah, man, they had the knowledge. They were the knowledge keepers. I mean, copying all that information, copying the Bible. Like, just imagine being a scribe and copying that information. Like, you copying these books for, I don't know if you're copying them for rich nobles or whatever, but man, copying that stuff day in and day out, like, you'd get bored, so you'd probably start putting your own stuff in there till you got in trouble. Till they caught you and beat you, put you in a stockade or something. But yeah, this, I wouldn't say this is my magnum opus. I do like it though. There's things about it that I don't like. So here's some early stuff. This was when these are from like early 2000s. And these were kind of experiments done on paper that were inspired by Jean-Michel Basquiat. These are very bad photos because they were taken with, this one's very, very obviously borrowing from Basquiat. But I was also playing with materials. This is what kind of started my really started my love for using different types of paints. also. So this is a horse's butt, drawn with just straight from a tube of paint. This light blue is actually oil enamel, sign painter's enamel. There's some latex, liquid latex, mixed with something else in there. Um, Oil stick, white oil stick. The red is the red writing. I think that is oil pastel. So this piece should die very quickly because of all the materials that were used on it on paper. It should not hold up at all. This one was borrowing a few things. The Captain America part of his shield. So I wanted the star. I like the curvature, and I did all that just straight from a tube of paint, just drawing it out. These two arrows, which are part of that image from Stephen Hawking's book, having to do with also again with spin, protons and electrons. So this denotes the direction of up and down, and everything else is kind of very painterly. I think there was even some collage in here, but yeah, this one's stenciled. This is a passage from the Tao Te Ching. I can't remember which one, but I have a whole. I think I took all the pages of a particular copy of the book. I can't remember which one because there's a few versions of it. I Xerox copied the pages, blew them up, and I cut them out and used them as stencils. I still have them, but I have a bunch that I haven't even cut out. And then I found this on a pack of probably Maruchan or Top Ramen. This pictogram of soup or ramen, and then I did some scrapings. But this, yeah, the stencil is spray paint, and also whatever. And then this is kind of early, just mixing various images, sampled images. You start writing stuff in to change the narrative. Yeah, it's like it's probably appropriate. Basically, it's like it all stems from, at least what I know of is like hip hop and rap, especially like mixing music, where you're just sampling stuff, and that's what I was doing here, just sampling and layering. It's not very good, but this was all done on that sticker back printer paper, and then I tiled it together. I did a lot of tiling, and then I just painted on different logos and symbols. You got the sweet thing from those Sweet and Low. You got Cartoon Network. You got equal housing symbol. I got this sample map of, I can't remember what location, somewhere in the South Pacific. You got the Powerpuff Girls. You got Sakura pens. You got this Kappa character that I pulled off of some one of those like card games, deck card games. I think this was the Parthenon. I can't remember what that Star one thing was, but yeah. Oh, and obviously I always put this in there, the pictogram from Stephen Hawking's book. Hey, that's cool. I mean, I get stuff from other artists too that inspire me to try stuff. I'm always jumping around. This was definitely one of my early paintings. This probably was from early 2000. Let's see, yeah, maybe even 99, 1999. It's a it's a mushroom cloud, but if you look down below it is roots, so it almost became a tree. I have it's laid out very symmetrical almost. Uh, Again with the arrows pointing at the mushroom cloud, which is supposed to actually be a distraction. You got two tea kettles on either side. You got the boy character holding a crucible of some sort, most likely something for tea. You got the frog. I've used the frog a lot in my artwork. You got a God damn it, I can't remember. It's the weighted thing to they use for um, what do they call it? A plumb bob for um, getting perpendicular lines. They say the tree of life was the first spark, which could have been a nuclear explosion. Yeah, all this is very subconscious too. You got two feathers falling. So there's definitely a lot of symbolism in there, but not like uh, more like working from my subconscious. I guess you could say kind of dreamlike too. There's 7 points above the above this character's head too, which are in not necessarily in the cloud, but kind of in front of this cloud. So it's harder to yeah. These were all my older photos, my early paintings. Were taken with technology of the time. So this is early digital cameras where like resolution is really small. So it's all kind of fuzzy and pixelated. And that's the best I got. A friend of mine actually owns this painting. So I could probably get a proper photograph of it if I ask him. But yeah, this is like, so this is on a piece of plywood, nice sanded panel of plywood, probably 1/2 inch thick. It had gold and spray paint on it. I collaged newspapers on it, so all the roots, and you can't see it in the photograph, that's all newspaper. And then I painted on top of it. And with oil, well, actually, I splashed it with a mix of oil and polyurethane. And then I painted over top that with oil paint. So all this on top is oil paint. I think that's about it. But yeah, all that dripping red, that's the mixture of oil, some red oil paint in polyurethane. But I wish I could find the three my triptychs, my triptych. Because this is one of them, but this is like a detail of it. Because you can see the other two panels on either side of it. So you got Goku. This is from the early manga or graphic novel. You see the dragon he's riding. And it's all like very loosely painted except for my line work. And this was, okay, I'll give you a little secret. I don't use projectors. So this is all hand done from the image that I had in the book. I don't use projectors at all because I don't suck at them. I can't use projectors at all. So I always do it the hard way. I either use a grid or I just eyeball it. This was the image I used for that third panel, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So I wanted to use images from 3 different periods within animation's history or manga's history. Yeah, I wish I had, okay. This was an overlay I did. This is the second panel. So I took the picture I added some digital elements too, because I'm just trying to figure out the composition. So I have this is all painted out on vinyl, but this is just the digital image I put on top. Just trying to figure out what I want to add. So I wanted to add these arrows on this doily thing that I glued to the panel. So I kind of want to start using arrows on random round stuff that I find. I thought about putting the monkey mask emoji, painting that on top of Goku's face. And then some of these explosion things, different points, like here's one, uranium-235, random numbers, also with cutouts of arrows. You could see my batteries. These are all spray painted, stenciled on there. I like the batteries. I like these stickers that say heavy, kind of alluding to atomic weights or heavy elements. I wish I had the first. There's got to be an image of the first panel, because that panel has Astro Boy on it. So here's some of the Astro Boys things that I grabbed off the internet, or I have the graphic novel. Really, I don't have an image of it anywhere. I've taken stuff off of my iPad. Because it was getting full. I moved it to my desktop. Sorry for the quick. There's that Mechagodzilla I did that Dondrell has. That's all acrylic paint. Oh, look at the crazy detail this thing gets. Yep, all those sessions are on my YouTube. Yeah, I might not have it on there. Oh, sorry. I need to start looking at. Thank you, Melody. Congratulations. Omizu sits in the throne of gold place. Now I gotta go. Have a great night. Yeah, you take care, Melody. Sorry I missed you by 3 minutes. Oh shoot. Sorry, Pre. I need to go back and. Oh, nuts. Forecaster 6 got me again with the streamboo.com. Cheap viewers. Oh, you bastard. You bastard. You got me. Got me again. Which is funny because Wendy. Let's see. When did you create this account? December, you made this account 2 days ago so that you can spam my chat 2 days later. That's funny. All right. Anyways, let's see. Sorry about that, Pre. I think I left off on this one where he said, like I tell Dondrell, the scribes were the real rulers. You start writing stuff in to change the narrative just out of boredom. Yep, yeah, Basquiat knew what he was creating, an intellectual. You know, Ramel Z, he was friends with Basquiat. I feel like he talks about Basquiat like Basquiat had no idea what he was doing. You gave me some inspiration to change up my style. They say the Tree of Life was the first spark, which could have been a nuclear explosion. CERN has been trying to collide particles to find the beginning of existence. Yeah, they keep looking for the thing that's going to unify quantum physics with traditional physics. Like the 7 constellations that are within the 12 zodiac that rotate around Polaris. You got to be able to draw some stuff. Yeah, my next symbolic piece will definitely be inspired by you. Oh, thanks, Pre. That's kind of why I show this stuff off, because there's a lot of people will not see any of this stuff ever. Why don't we live in a world where I could just fly where you're at and chill with all the money hassle? Yeah. That's where Discord comes in handy, right? You can have chat rooms. Yeah, but being able to do stuff without money hassle. Oh, I grabbed these wrestling ones too. I had an idea. Oh, because I wanted to do this. This was when Trump and Zelensky were at odds. So I had this drawing of them wrestling when Zelensky was here for his meeting with Trump at the White House. Yeah, here's some early art. I probably drew this, maybe 10 years old? I don't know. There you go. Didn't always draw or paint very well. These were these are probably pretty early. Who knows, from like 8 to 10 years old. I feel like kids nowadays that are 8 to 10 can draw way better. This piece I'm very proud of. This is a collaboration between my dad and me. He had me do a cutout collage. This was back when he was going to school at the University of Minnesota. And he was taking an intaglio class. So he asked me to create a scene, and what I had to do was cut out the images, and then I think he had to glue them down, or I glue them down, and then he took that collage I guess you can call it a collage. And he took it and he made an intaglio print from it. So let's see, because I remember him taking me to some of his classes. Jeez, I probably had to have been. This is preschool, so this was way before. This is way before regulars, like the start of like even kindergarten. Jeez, this was a long time ago. So I cut out these dinosaurs. I was really into dinosaurs. Cut out this. I created this whole scene as a tiny kid. The only thing is, if I were smarter, my overlapping would have been different. Like this tree would have overlapped this ankylosaur, and same with this one. Those are the only two things I'm like, you're good, but not that good. I wish I had stuff from when I was younger. I was drawing, praying detail at like 10 years. Oh, yeah. See, I see these kids nowadays, and it's like, man, they are so good. But I appreciate, like, that I do have these records, because my dad specifically saved these images. He gave them to me. He's like, I found these in the drawer. Do you want these? And I was like, hell yeah, I want these. But I've always been proud of this one. It's the only thing I've done with, like, collaboration with my dad, other than like, doing like construction stuff or whatever. Well, I helped him with drafting at times too. And yeah, I don't think I can find. I don't know if I have an image of that first panel. Yeah, and I do have chops. I can oil paint. I can do I can do realism. Technically, I don't have any issues. I wish I had a better photo of this. This was a commission piece. The only thing wrong with this is the Basilica. This is the Basilica of St. Mary in Minneapolis, like downtown Minneapolis. And then this is the Walker Sculpture Garden with the Cherry and Spoon by Claus Oldenburg and what's her name? Something Van Couge or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. But this is, yeah. And I think this was after the Walker renovated the sculpture garden. So they cleaned up the little kind of pond that it sat in. They moved some of their sculptures around. But yeah, this was a photo I took on a very cloudy day, typical of Minnesota. And I wanted to make sure I had the Cherry and Spoon and the Basilica in the scene. But the Basilica is slightly leaning. But it could also be how I cropped the photo. But maybe that's how it looked in the photo. I shouldn't be copying photos. Yep. It's a pretty, the Basilica, the Basilica of St. Mary in downtown Minneapolis is also has a pretty famous skateboarding spot for the locals. So sometimes we'd go skate it's a stair set, and we'd go skate the stair set. I mean, I haven't ever skated the stair set, but I have friends that have, and I used to film skateboarding. And I swear I can't find what I'm looking for. I don't think I have. The only photo, really, the only photo I have of my triptych, which is not done, is this one that is very bad. This was from a coffee shop show that I had, like, what, back in 2019? Where is it now? Or 2020? I don't think it was 2020. Might have been just before the pandemic started. Like that, this summer, before it started. Now, where is it? Here's the other piece that Dondrell has. This is acrylic on canvas. It's small. 2014. This was my second year in Iowa. I was like, I need something to do. Let's see. There's me and my guy, Numb. Me and Numb on this wall we did for an event, coffee shop event back in Minneapolis. We needed one more 4x8 panel. Would have helped us out, but we had to squish our pieces together. And you could see I did Marvin the Martian. and he did, I was surprised he did Roadrunner. He doesn't, he's the guy that does the lettering. He's like been doing this since the 90s. I want to say mid 90s. He's so good. He just keeps getting better and better. He'll send me pictures of stuff he does. But he doesn't usually do characters, but this was like, I want to say the second one I've seen him do. And it wasn't too bad rendition of Roadrunner. I even like the little swishy things and stuff. But yeah, his fills and his lettering is just immaculate. Oh yeah, I didn't really get into graffiti, like doing graffiti myself, until much later. Like I've been skateboarding since 1987. I had just finished it was probably during 8th grade too, a little bit. But I just finished 8th grade and I really started getting into it. So it could have been the whole 8th grade, from the summer before 8th grade started. Because I remember bringing my skateboard to the 8th grade outing we had when we graduated. So yeah, that would have been like 86, 87. But I always followed graffiti ever since they played Style Wars on public television back in the mid 80s. And I remember seeing it. And then I hadn't seen much in the way of like video or anything, but I was lucky. And I think I've told this story before. My brother and I swam for the Boys and Girls Club. I was 11 to 13, and I think my brother was like from 9 to 12 or 13. Or wait, no. Because he's like 14 months younger than me. So it would have been 9 to 12. And me 11 to 13. Because I started just after I turned 11. And my brother was still younger than, he wasn't quite 10 yet. So one of the guys, there were two brothers, and they were much older than us, probably like 4 or 5 years older, on the team. And one of the guys, I remember there was a school behind the Boys and Girls Club on the north side of Minneapolis. It was called North Star School, or it was called North Star School. And they had this big cement play area, like kind of a combination of basketball courts, handball courts. It was just a big open area with surrounded by these huge walls of cement. And at some point, and I want to say after that Style Wars aired on public television, and then there were the books, Subway Art, and maybe one other. I can't remember the other one. I have them. And those came out. I remember we would go back there to like play or play baseball or whatever. And all of a sudden, all this graffiti started popping up on these walls. And I didn't find out till much later. The guy that was on our swim team got into graffiti, and he was the one that was doing all of that graffiti back there. And it was all kind of copies of artwork that you would see in the Subway Art, or the other one. I can't remember what they call it, because it looked very familiar. I remember it looking familiar for some reason. But yeah, and he still does graffiti stuff to this day. He actually does graffiti camps in Minneapolis. So he teaches young people, old people, people of all ages. And it's basically, I guess, style writing, because graffiti is something different, but he does these graffiti camps. I'll say style writing camps. But he still gets up. He still goes out. And he's got kids. He's like, I'm 52. He's got to be like 57. He was at least 4 or 5 years older than me. Actually, I don't know if I have it in here. I don't know if I have the photo in here. I have a photo. He invited me to come to his studio where he had this wall. So this is the triptych. It's hard to see. This is the first panel that has Astro Boy in it. You could see all the spheres, the spinning spheres. And then I have even x-rayed Astro Boy's arm, but instead of it being machinery, it's hard to see. It's a skeleton. I wish I had a better... This is the skeleton is super detailed, and I had to find the right reference that would kind of match his arm. And then I had to fudge it a little bit, but yeah, how I rendered the skeleton was just crazy, with all these little brush marks, like hatching and stuff. But yeah, you could see Goku. I don't have the fish thing in there yet, but I finished that last season. I gotta add it on there. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on this side. I think I was gonna add a frog. I'm always adding animals into my stuff. But yeah, this one has, because the frog and the fish guy, The guy holding the fish, he's supposed to be like the god of one of the seven gods in Japanese mythology. Could be Chinese mythology too. He's like a fisherman god or something. He's holding that big fish. That's done on vinyl. And then I pretty much got the frog almost done. That's on vinyl. Oops. That's going to go on this panel. So there's a few things I want to add. There's all this packaging tape that I wanted to add because I added a strip of it up here. Where is it? This one has, you can't see it. There was a strip of Target packing tape that had targets all over it that kind of matched what was in these clouds. Yeah, I have a bunch of the old sticker tags from my car. It's my birth month. Has my birth month on it. It's kind of not related but coincidental that I attached there. Bunch of other stickers. The stickers for fruits and vegetables, or the ones you find on fruits and vegetables at the grocery store. I have a collection of those. I want to add to this. Man, I wish I had a way better photo of this. I do somewhere, but it's not on my iPad. Just sucks. And this is another one I started. It has some Astro Boy stuff on it. This canvas has been following me around since probably 2001, 2002. And it's crazy. It has so much layering going on in it. There's silk screen stuff, but there's also stencil stuff. There's the proton or electron or neutron. A lot of drips. It was a grid. There's on this side there was an old AT&T symbol that got kind of washed out. I washed it out. There's some basic code that I did in there. On this side there was a profile of somebody's, like a face. So it has some muscle structure on it, kind of a nod to Basquiat, but that was a coloring book, a Grey Anatomies coloring book that I won back in high school. I don't know why, from my was it 9th grade or 10th grade physics teacher. Yeah, because I was in kind of a STEM program, I guess, but back then it was called a magnet program, and it was just science, math, and technology. But they didn't call it STEM back then. They just called it a magnet program. It was actually called Summa Tech. I have no idea why they called it Summa Tech. I should probably look up Summa. I'm assuming tech meaning technology. But yeah, I was in that magnet program in high school. So I got this coloring book, which is another interesting connection kind of to Basquiat because of his mom giving him the Grey's Anatomy book. There's a lot of weird connections from my childhood because, I was a kid. Let's see, he was born in 1960 and I was born in 73. So that's like a 13-year difference. So I was a kid when let's see, when he was gaining his notoriety, let's see, 1980, 1981, 82 was like his all-star year or something. Dude, I was like 8 to almost 10 years old at that time. And I'd be I'd be up in our attic copying stuff from these books. Oh, showing you how to draw a little, like, cars, trucks, planes, trains, people, like how to draw these, just these little things. And I'd I'd be going to like the bookstores um, with my mom and seeing these books that you find out later on that he had these books and he was pulling stuff out of these books to use in his artwork. It's just crazy things like that that are just like, man, we are all interconnected in ways that we do not see. Cause yeah, let's see, he passed in '88. Let's see, that was I think, wait, 87, 88 was my first year of high school. 1973, Kate. We used to have shop, home economics, mechanics. I remember having what was it, wood shop class in high school. But I don't think I had mechanics. I know probably was a mechanics class at my high school, but we need more trades back in grade school. Yeah. It's bedtime for you, Kate. Yeah, it's getting late. I should almost be trying to figure out dinner. I've been chit chatting too much. It's like 10 p.m. I need to be making dinner. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. So this painting's been following me around since the early 2000s. Man, I ramble on, don't I? And the most recent things I added was this silk screen I did of this panel from the Astro Boy graphic novel, the first one. It says article, I think it's article 13 or something, robots shall not injure or kill humans. And then I made this stencil for Astro Boy, just loosely whitewashing it in, just outlines and stuff too. I have no idea what I'm doing with this piece. It's just kind of growing as I do it. All right, guys, I will not bore you anymore. Bore you with any more of my past. But I wanted to kind of show that triptych. I guess I did not quite get what I needed done for this. I think the characters are done. It's the thing in the background, this strip here. Like I think I need to put just a little bit somewhere along this line here to kind of separate the shore from the tree or bush line. But maybe I just leave it like that. I don't know. Because they got to put my name somewhere. Because I didn't copy that in. So my name still got to go on the cover. I could put a shooting star, but yeah, we already got the moon up there. But yeah, I think this is pretty darn close. The drool, yeah, drool might be fine as is. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty close. Anyways, all right, guys. I won't talk your ear off anymore. I got to get going. All right, Twitch. We'll say goodbye to you first. Thank you guys for joining me. If you are watching on Twitch, um, y'all have a good night or day. And peace. Peace out, guys. Thanks, Pre. You have a good one. I'll be on again tomorrow. Yeah, probably rambling on again for that stream. All right, Twitch, we finalized this. Oh, you know what? I bet my wife was texting me, and I didn't even see it. Actually, no, she didn't. All right, exit OBS. And all right, we're going to say good night or day to our friends on YouTube. I hope you guys got a chance to see the 30 Seconds to Masterpiece on Melody Provenzano's channel. They announced the winners. I did win the bragging rights for oh, thank you, Pre. I appreciate it. I love having discussions or talking about art or whatever with people. So I appreciate your time because you gave of your time to hang out in this chat. And whoever subbed, I appreciate it. We are getting closer to that 500 mile marker on YouTube. Yes. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, Kate says first place. But our friend Jim Rose got the Critics' Choice Award. No. He got third. He actually got. I think he got third place for the popular vote too. The contestant Damien, I can't remember, it started with an S. He won the Critics' Choice Award. I think he has the most experience using AI. So yeah, his piece was really well done. He also does the paintings that he uses in his AI work. So yeah, well deserved win for Damien. And Kurt and Jim came in second in both categories, the popular and the Critics' Choice. You know, I'm just glad I got mentioned. Whether I got first place or not. I did dethrone Kurt, though, in the popular vote. So, but I think everybody did a wonderful job. Their art was excellent, and I was kind of inspired by their stuff because I didn't think mine was all that great. But you guys thought so I appreciate that. Thank you, Kate, and thank you, Pre. Who else did we have up in here? Melody, thank you. New person, Genesis Breezuela. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. I appreciate that. Our friend Ralphie Draws. Thank you, Ralphie. Have a wonderful morning and day, because it is tomorrow for you. It is our tomorrow for you. And Pre, thank you. Passerby, thank you for joining us today. Have a wonderful day. You also are in our future. Kate came through with #1 top fan in the chat, as usual. Oh, yeah, I thought I mentioned Melody. Thank you, Melody, for joining us. It is already lunchtime, and I'm about to try and make dinner here. All right, guys, I'm prolonging this. So thank you guys for joining again. Hope you all have a wonderful day. or evening, night, wherever you're at in the world. And as we always say, thank you for the likes. Thanks for the brand new sub, whoever that was. And until next time, bye for now, guys. Peace out. I'll be back tomorrow. All right. Bye, everybody.